U.S. President Donald Trump's widest-ranging tariffs to date are now in effect. At midnight, a 10% baseline charge kicked in, targeting almost all U.S. imports except from Mexico and Canada. It's a move that could trigger retaliation from all corners of the world and punch down an already flailing global economy. The CBC's Anna Cunningham tells us where things could go from here.
I think at the moment what we're looking at is uncertainty, financial concern, and the very real possibility of a potential global recession. That is what financial analysts are pointing to this morning. This global rollout of that baseline 10% tariffs on all US imports, as you said, came in at midnight Eastern time. The first countries we know to be hit are Britain, Australia, Colombia, Argentina, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. And I think we need to focus some understanding on China's response because it faces a 34% tariff rise from the US, and it has become the first country to issue retaliatory tariffs. From next Thursday, it says like for like 34% tariffs on all US goods coming into China. And Marianne, those retaliatory tariffs from China will hit US agriculture. We know last month it had already imposed tariffs of 10% to 15% on US goods, including chicken, wheat, corn, cotton. So what we're seeing today is the world's two biggest economies, China and the US, now being plunged into a trade war. We've seen those images from the global stock markets and how they reacted Friday, very shaken, recording their worst week since the global pandemic 5 years ago. And now you have this big fear, those two big economies in a trade war. No indication that the US President Donald Trump's prepared to back down on his tariffs. And that's what's prompting those fears of a potential global recession. Marianne.
And Anna, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has been meeting with foreign counterparts, talking about the response to these tariffs, those talks continuing throughout this weekend. So what do we know about what that possible response from the UK could be?
Yeah, that's right. There is a phrase here that says, keep calm and carry on. We're hearing that very much from the British government at the moment. They were hoping to get a trade deal with the US and avoid tariffs. That's not happened. Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister, has spoken to Giorgia Meloni and Anthony Albanese, the leaders of Italy and Australia. And the result from that, they say they agree, coming out of number 10 this morning, that an all-out trade war would be extremely damaging. Marianne.
That's the CBC's Anna Cunningham in London.